Hello, everybody. Today is Thursday, July the 26th, 2012. My name is Michael Wright, and this is the Morning View. Just before going forward, please do pause the video and read the risk disclaimer. Okay, everybody, interesting start to the morning. So far, we are in still long dollar yen. Okay, stocks now I trail to 80.05. Actually, I believe I even trailed it further. Just to get a chance to post it here yet, but stops on the Aussie yen are now trailed to 80.30, right? And that's locking in just about 45 pips. Already took off a quarter. That quarter booked 155. And Kiwi dollar, we spoke about this during the webinar and previous videos. And we spoke about the possibilities if dollar Swiss breaks out. I'm going to speak about all of this now, but when dollar Swiss breaks out, then it will leave us more conviction to hold it, and that's exactly what happened. So that's why we only took off a quarter, and now we are going to look to target by 81.50 on the Kiwi dollar. Probably will take off half somewhere near 81, and the last quarter look for that full target. And as such, we recently went long dollar Swiss. So we'll go ahead and talk about all of these developments right now and show you guys what we are viewing in the market, okay? Just before we do so, let me go ahead and let me actually change the background color. I know you guys prefer to see the blue background as it is clearer. Alright. But in any case though, I want to start off on dollar Swiss. I spoke about this. This was actually the main count that I posted as well. So my viewpoint, and this was exactly when we did the webinar, this was the scenario, was a breakout behind the descending trend line to lure in late shorts, and then a test of the 38.2. That's exactly where we're at now, the 38.2, a putback, and then a sell-off. So right now I'm buying what I believe is going to be a putback. If I draw a fib down low, then look to target just around 99. Ideally look for the 61.8 fib. So that's exactly what I'm looking for, okay? Even if I get stopped out, I probably won't re-enter it. But as long as we make a 4-hour close and we hold above this 38.2% Fibonacci retracement, that viewpoint still bodes well, okay? And then, in my opinion, what this count now becomes is this is an A. Okay, this would be the A wave. We're looking for a setback to the B wave, and then a C unfolding. So that means that our current Kiwi dollar will probably make a little setback, and that setback I'm going to look to add on to our long positions. All right, still think we go to 81.90, 81.50 about. So any move lower, 79.50, I will look to rebuy it, and then still keep our targets intact. And at the same time, with the putback in the dollar, we are looking to take advantage of it. Hence the recent dollar Swiss long. All right. On top of that, what's interesting is that we are holding the pivot point. See, so that 79.50 about, that's the top of the momentum. It could go higher, but I'm not looking for too much. Even 99, see the momentum also flip to the downside, pivot point again. So all points to a slight bounce. So we'll see how this plays out. Indeed, this is a slight hedge. So that's the viewpoint there. As dollar Swiss is exactly the inverse correlation of euro dollar, let's take a look at euro dollar. Euro dollar, kind of the same thing. A setback, I'll look to buy the setback. There is a ascending trend line, it appears so far. So for me, if we could get a test back towards support, I'll look to buy it for continuation back to the top side. So same occurrence. This could be a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. So as I'm looking to do, I'll buy the euro dollar. I probably won't sell the dollar Swiss. If I do happen to do so, they're just inverse, so keep that intact. Pound dollar, nice rally. Continuously speak about keeping that 159.70 targets intact. So far so well. Kind of in its own world. We actually kind of had a nice trend line support. So if you bought right at trend line, that's a nice setup. Same idea look to buy against 156 and continuation higher to about 159.70. I probably will not be playing the pound dollar. I'll again look at the euro dollar, dollar Swiss, and add on to the Kiwi dollar. So we'll keep that in mind. Outside of that, we got stopped out of euro pound early. Only took a 25 pip loss. Outlook still remains intact. Posted the setup in the chat room. I'm not too big on euro pound. This is not my style of trading, but that did get stopped off for minus 25. And outside of that, everything still goes intact. Dollar yen, just a lackluster performance. I'm still watching it. I'm not in any rush. I think there's better setups elsewhere. So we'll watch that closely. And dollar CAD. For dollar CAD, okay, still break out to the downside. I was talking about that, and we'll continue talking about that in the 4-hour updates. You guys know we do that at the top of the session. The next one will be at 5 p.m. Okay, but let's take a look at what we're speaking about here. What I mean by this, if you haven't checked it out yet, is just click on the 4-hour setup, and then you see the comments here. Okay, so still looking for the 97 area. I still think that's the bigger term viewpoint, but same idea here. Look for a setback and then sell that setback. Not as clear. I like the dollar Swiss on the rebound, but same viewpoint here. We see a double bottom, so that's gonna provide some color to the bullish, at least short-term dollar stance. Again, playing a setback, so that's why I'm looking and will be looking to move stops relatively fast on the dollar Swiss longs if we do get that push up that I'm expecting. Okay. Outside of that, let's also take a look at dollar Singapore dollar. You guys know for me, the dollar Singapore dollar is a better gauge of the dollar than the index itself. But here, still keep the targets. See, we have this here, the charts. The charts are also all still intact. But still looking at the 161.8 fib extension, even the 78.6 fib, still an open gap. So a bounce and then back lower again. 124.50. I may actually buy that, and then if I do buy that, I'll look for new highs. Okay. So all in all, I still think risk is on, but 106 I'm also selling. 105.90 in the Aussie dollar. I also had that order in the members area. So if you haven't checked that out, please do. And it is posted right in the pending side. So short Aussie dollar at 106. I may actually move that down to 105.90. All right. So stay there, and we'll see how that develops. And then outside of that, nothing much else that I'm looking for. And actually, before I continue, when I mean the charts are also correct, if you take a look at some of our setups, like here, 102.50, that viewpoint is right. So that's what I mean by keeping track of the setups. All right, not getting caught up in the fluctuation throughout the day. If it's not planned, I'm not interested. Just as how I trade and how I will always trade. All right, so about 4 pips in the money. Again, looking for a slight bounce. Go to break even sooner than later. That's my plan. And looking for, we'll try to go for 100. But the thing about this setup is 1, 2, and a clear. So the fourth wave, somewhere in 98.50. So that's what I'm looking for. And we'll go to break even sooner than later. Alright guys, Christopher will have his Ichimoku update to you guys at the close. So just want to thank you all for joining me for the morning view, and good luck trading. Cheers.